Thank you so much. Okay, in the exam, there will be a question like how you are going to provide the, draw a typical flow chart for the wastewater treatment plant and explain the function of each and every unit operation. Okay, so in that case, you can draw such a flow chart. Okay, so here it is drawn with the colors and all those things. You simply can draw the blocks and forward it. And then you need to write the function of each unit operations in likewise. Okay, usually this question comes for the 8 marks for the physical examination. Okay, so will you draw this flow chart? Is it possible to draw this flow chart to you guys? Or you need to, I should draw in sketch form. Is it possible? Please fast reply.
And sketch form.
In sketch form. So if it may not be included, let me check whether it is included in the PPTs or not. If not, in the next lecture, I will provide you. Just give me 1 minute, please. No, it is not added that way. Okay. Okay, you just take a look here, and now one-to-one we will discuss. I think that image of that wastewater treatment plant is now in your mind. Okay, so with this note, we will go ahead that screening first. First operation, unit operation is the screening. And what is the function of screening unit operation? Is to remove the coarse and settleable solids by interceptions or the surface training, you can say simply. So in detail, you are going to see, but while with this type of questions, draw a typical, can you please write down, draw a typical flow chart for wastewater treatment plant. Draw a typical flow chart for wastewater treatment plant. And explain the function of each unit operation in short. And explain the function of each unit operation in short. Okay, in that case, flowchart needs to be drawn and then explanation of these unit operations in short. So screening simply for the removal of larger size particles, that is coarse and settleable solids by interception or surface training. Then comminution. Comminution is usually grinding of coarse solids to a more or less uniform size. So usually comminution or the comminutor is a unit operation provided as a substitute for screening, or sometimes it will be arranged in parallel to the screening. It will not be in a series. Screening and comminutor will not be in a series. Either comminutor will be substitute to the screening or it will be provided in a parallel way. Okay, are you getting? Are you understanding this? So I will explain with this figure. So you can see here, yeah, you can see here, here is the screening provided. So wastewater will come from this side, and when it is passing through this, it will remove the larger size particles over here. So if communitor is provided, in that case, the wastewater will be allowed to pass with another way also. And here the communitor will be provided. So these two will be in a parallel mode. It will work in a parallel mode, not in a series mode. Okay. Then this are sometimes either communitor will be in a working or screening will be in a working. Screening simply removing the larger size particles, separating out the larger particles. And communitor is converting it into the smaller one. It is grinding and converting it into the smaller one. Okay. So that is the difference between these two unit operations. Then flow equalization, equalization of flow and mass loading of BOD and suspended solids. So the fundamental function is to maintain the temperature. Then second fundamental function of flow equalization is to the flow rate must remain constant. Otherwise, we cannot apply the constant rate of doses of the chemicals and the biological treatments in the further unit operations. So it should be a constant. It should be equalized. That is the function of flow equalization unit operation. Then mixing. So whatever the chemicals we are mixing, and that should be mixed thoroughly in the wastewater, because thorough mixing will complete the reactions. And after the complete reactions, the outcome will get. So that's why the thorough mixing is also one of the important step in a wastewater treatment plant. So the function of mixing is mixing of chemicals and gases with wastewater and maintaining solids in suspension form. That should not be settled down. Okay, we want to remove it at a certain stage. The solids we want to remove from the sewage, but it will be at the specific place, not everywhere. Is it? So that is the function of mixing. Then flocculation promotes the aggregation of small particles into larger particles to enhance their removal by gravity sedimentation. So flocculation, what happens actually? So in a mixing, we are adding chemicals like the coagulants. What is meant by coagulants? Chemicals, when we are adding into water, the agglomeration process will start. Agglomeration process means what? The number of small particles will come together. Why they are coming together? Because of addition of coagulant, the particles which are having charge, and because of charge, they are moving here and there in a wastewater, that will be getting neutralized. And because it is getting neutralized, they will start coming together, and that process is known as the agglomeration process. Okay. And this agglomeration process performs in a, so for that agglomeration process, we need to add the coagulants or the chemicals, and that process is known as the chemical precipitation. And that is being performed in a mixing stage. And once mixing stage is provided, then there will not be the random mixing in a next stage. We are allowing to have contact between these particles. And because of that contact, these particles starts coming together and converting a larger particles. Means very fine particles which will not be seen by naked eyes easily. That kind of particles are also starts coming together and converting into small clogs, flocks, gathi bantat. Barabar hai? So that process is known as the flocculation. Flocculation promotes the aggregation of small particles into larger particles to enhance their removal by gravity settling. So why we need to go for the increasing the size of particle? Why we need to go for the chemical precipitation, mixing, and flocculation? Because that process will help to increase the size of particle. Once size of particle increases, weight and mass particle increasing. Okay, so because of that, it will be possible to settle down at the bottom by the gravity. And once it is settled down, it becomes easy to remove from the bottom side. Okay. So sedimentation can be achieved by mixing and flocculation for the fine particles. Understanding? Then what message received me? Let me check. Ma'am, repeat the question. Okay, sorry, I have not seen that time. I have seen it now. Question was, may I repeat it once again now?
Yes, ma'am.
Question was, draw a typical flow chart for the wastewater treatment plant. Draw a typical flow chart for wastewater treatment plant. Draw a typical flow chart for wastewater treatment plant and explain the functions of each unit operation in short. And explain the functions of each unit operation in short. Okay. Done, guys? So I was telling you mixing, flocculation, and sedimentation for the removal of smaller particles. What happens in a sedimentation? Removal of settleable solids and thickening of sludge. So whatever the sludge particles which are in a suspension form because of less weight and mass, they are in a suspension form in a water. So how to remove them? So we need to convert them into larger size particles, and that can be possible by addition of some amount of the chemicals, and that chemicals will help to convert them into smaller particles, and then we can remove it in a sedimentation pan. Okay. Then flotation, removal of finely divided suspended solids and particles with densities close to that of water also thickens biological sludges. Usually this process is for the removal of finely suspended solid particles with the densities close to that of water. And because of that, they will be remain on suspension at the surface. Okay. They will be acting as a floating material. So usually, or less than the density of that particular particle is less than the water, and because of that they are at the surface. So for them flotation needs to be provided. So usually scum or the grease, oil, it is categorized in that category, and that can be removed from the surface. Okay. And for the wastewater, though it is from the industry, though it is from the municipality, there is a huge amount of scum and scum particles or the grease particles or the oil is present. Okay. Then filtration microscreening. Okay. In a filtration microscreening, removal of fine residual suspended solids remaining after biological or chemical treatment, same as filtration. Also, removal of algae from stabilization. Okay. Also, removal of algae from the stabilization pond, we need to go for the filtration. So the way we have studied this filtration in a water treatment plant, that kind of filter will not be useful in this type of wastewater treatment plant. So here the filtration plant will be of different types. This will be of different types. In earlier water treatment plant, we saw very sand particles are there, very fine particles of sand are there, and through which we are allowing to pass the liquid or the water. Okay. So while passing the liquid, at that time, it will be removing the fine particles. But here, huge amount of fine particles are there. and hence that rapid sand filter or slow sand filter or that sand filter at all not working. That what kind of filter will be applicable here? That is trickling filter. So that also we are going to study in detail. Okay. So I request everyone to copy this slide, please, fast, in short. Once you finish, let me know. Or finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good. Snehal, Rutuja, Sachin replied that over. So we'll proceed. So these are the physical unit operations, and now we'll see the chemical unit operations over here. So chemical unit operations, first is the chemical precipitation. For the removal of phosphorus and enhancement of suspended solids, removed in primary sedimentation facility used chemical treatment. The way I told you just now, addition of coagulants, and then it will help to remove the fine particles. It will help to convert the fine particles into larger one. And because of conversion of smaller particles into larger one, it will be removed. Last point was remaining, ma'am. Please slideshow. Okay. I will go back. Do it fast, little fast. Thank you. So chemical precipitation for the conversion of smaller particles into larger one, and then it can be removed. Okay, then gas transfer, addition and removal of gases. So gas transfer in the sense, in a aeration process, here is the aeration unit operation. Have you seen? This is a aeration unit operation. Added in between the primary and secondary clarifier. What is the function of aeration plant? To add the oxygen, atmospheric oxygen. Okay, so aeration, their aeration can be performed by different way. In water supply engineering, we saw there are the cascade aerator, then some fountain aerators are there, but here usually surface aerators, मोठे मोठे असे aerators लावलेले असतात, ज्याला पाते असतात की ते फास्ट, खूप फास्ट सरफेस वरती फिरत असतात. त्यामुळे काय होते की so maximum amount of water comes into contact with the atmospheric oxygen, and atmospheric oxygen gets dissolved into water. That is the gas transfer into wastewater. Okay, so this is the gas transfer. When the oxygen is adding into that wastewater, automatically the odorable gases, usually carbon dioxide and H2S, is getting emitted, escaped from the wastewater. So that is the function of aeration tank. Why we should add the aeration, oxygen into wastewater? Just for the removal of H2S and CO2? No. Very interesting part is there. What interesting part is there? We are going to study in detail in activated sludge process. Still, as a version, I will tell you, we are adding atmospheric oxygen into water to help microorganisms. Okay, we have studied in detail in BOD, biological oxygen demand. What happens? amount of oxygen consumed by the microorganism during the process of decomposition of organic material. Here also, in a wastewater treatment plant, by using primary sedimentation tanks, screening, or the such equipments, such unit operations will not help at all for the removal of organic impurities from the wastewater. So how to remove them? Here we are taking help of microorganisms. And for that purpose, we are providing oxygen to microorganisms. Oxygen is the energy to the microorganisms. They will take the oxygen, get energized, and will decompose the organic material. Why they will go to decompose the organic material? Because organic waste material is the food for them. They want food, okay? As if we are not asking them to go for the decomposition, they are going for. But rate will be very slow because they don't have the sufficient energy in the form of oxygen. So that's why artificially we are adding oxygen into water, wastewater, and that oxygen will act as an energy for the microorganisms, and they will decompose the organic material. And once it is the that organic material is in the stomach of microorganisms, that we can make them to settle down in a secondary clarifier. That way it is interesting. So just overlook I told you. So in detail we are going to study in a activated sludge process. So for that purpose, gas transfer is being performed, addition and removal of gases. Then the adsorption. So very simple example of adsorption or adsorption. What is the adsorption process? Removal of organics not removed by conventional chemical and biological treatment methods. जे मायक्रोऑर्गॅनिझमच्या साह्याने सुद्धा जे मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिक मटेरियल आपल्याला रिमूव्ह नाही करता आलेलं, फॉर दॅट we are removing them with the help of adsorption method, also used for dechlorination of wastewater before final discharge of treated effluent. Okay, these 2 points I will explain in detail. Adsorption is a process, surface phenomena. Absorption is is not the surface phenomena. Adsorption is a surface phenomena. बरोबर आहे? आपण लहानपणापासून सायन्स मध्ये शिकवलेलं आहे. So adsorption is a surface phenomena. Usually activated charcoal is used in the powder form or in the crystal form. So when such activated charcoal dipped in a water, the impurities present into that water starts adsorbing towards that activated charcoal, because its surface is a porous in nature, and that impurities will fit into that pores of the activated sludge process. And when you are removing activated sludge, the impurities are also being removed. That is the adsorption process. Okay. So usually very fine particles are being removed with the help of adsorption process. Okay. Have you seen the that I think Pond's face wash? Have you seen Pond's face wash advertised? Let me check your observations. Who is there? Anybody who has seen the Pond's face wash advertisement?
Yes, ma'am.
What chemical they are using? What they are saying? What they are claiming? फेस वॉश वापरले की गोरं होतं एवढंच ते सांगतात का? नाही, त्याच्या मागचा फॉर्म्युला सांगतात ते. ओके, टू हॅव फेथ ऑन देम, दे आर disclosing their formula. What formula they are using? They are saying activated charcoal is used. आणि म्हणून तो चेहऱ्यावरून असा ऍक्टिव्हेटेड चारकोलच्या साह्याने सगळं आपल्या मध्ये स्क्रब्स काढलेले त्यांनी दाखवलेले त्या ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट. वन्स अगेन यू कॅन वॉच दिस काइंड ऑफ ऑब्झर्वेशन्स आर रिक्वायर्ड ऍक्च्युअली. ओके. So activated charcoal removes very fine particles from the environment. Okay, let it be air, let it be water. So that is the adsorption. Also used for dechlorination of wastewater before final discharge of treated effluent. Okay, so we saw in the earlier figure, after treatment we are disposing the wastewater into the nearby water body or on the land. but that wastewater is highly contaminated with the microorganisms because we have provided such an environment to that water to have the growth of microorganism. Is it? That was our requirement. That's why we have created such an environment. And because of that environment, the microorganisms grown up. And while disposal, we need to remove them, completely kill them. And for that purpose, what we are doing? Chlorination, application of chlorination. They will kill the bacteria. But excess amount of chlorine is always hazardous. Okay. Again, while disposing of wastewater after chlorination, we need to reduce the amount of chlorine if it is excess. And that can be performed by addition of activated charcoal or the process of adsorption. Understood? I hope you are understanding. Okay. Then disinfection, selective destruction of disease-causing organism. Chlorine is the most commonly used chemical. Disinfection with ozone is also possible. Okay, disinfection is usually killing of bacteria, and very common, simple, low cost, affordable method is the chlorination. But it can be possible with the ozone. It can be possible with the UV radiations. That details we have studied in the water supply engineering. Here, that much detail is not expected. Then dechlorination, removal of total combined chlorine residual that exists after chlorination. Okay, when excess chlorine is there, for the removal of that chlorine, the method is used, and that method is known as the dechlorination. Various other chemicals for specific objectives in wastewater treatment plant may be used. Okay, so simply you copy these first 5 points, and then we'll proceed to the next point. Please little fast. I think you have done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll move ahead. So the first unit operation in detail we are going to study, and that name of that unit operation is the screening. Okay. Screen is the first unit operation in wastewater treatment plant, as I said. Okay. This is used to remove the larger particles of floating and suspended matters. Okay. Whatever suspending at the surface, that will be removed by using a screening, by a core screening. This is accomplished by a set of inclined parallel bars. This will be accomplished by a set of inclined parallel bars. I'm going to show you the figure through which you will understand better. Fixed at certain distance apart in a channel. The screen can be of circular or rectangular in opening. A screen is a device with openings for removing bigger suspended or floating matter in sewage, which would otherwise damage equipment or interfere with satisfactory operation of treatment units. The screening element may consist of parallel bars or rods or wires, gratings, wire mesh, or perforated plates. Okay, simply the function of screening is to remove the floating particles. Why we need to remove them? Because the further wastewater treatment plant unit operations are very expensive one, and where the space is also very valuable. And if we don't remove the larger size particles, it will flow along with water, wastewater, and further it may act as a blockage or remain as it is and will consume the valuable space in a wastewater treatment plant. So that's why we need to remove such particles at the start itself. Getting? So that is the function of screening. So you can see here, inclined bars are arranged in this way. So in this case, direction of flow will be like this. So from this way, the wastewater is flowing. And diagonally, the bars are arranged. So while wastewater is passing through these bars, these such kinds of particles will be removed and will be retained over here. And after some time, either manually or mechanically, you can remove these kinds of impurities or the screens. This material which is removed with the help of screening unit operation is known as the screens. So such screens can be removed by mechanical process or by the manual method. Okay. So one more figure I will show you, through which you will clear further. You can see here, if inclination is reduced, then it will help to drop that particles at the bottom. And from the bottom, you can remove it later on. Okay, so I want to show you some more figures. I think I have not added. Okay, this much figures only added. I hope you are understanding through these figures. Are you? Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, technically, we will see the types of screens. There are three main types of screens. First type is known as the coarse screen. Second one is known as the medium screen. And third one is the fine screen. How these are categorized? These are categorized by understanding, by keeping in mind the spacing between two bars. Usually, coarse screen is of bars, diagonally arranged bars. So spacing between two bars. So you can see here, spacing between two bars, these two bars. Spacing between these two bars in coarse screen is usually minimum spacing between these two bars is minimum 70 mm to 150 mm in a coarse screen. Coarse screen means it will help to remove the larger size particles. So, and the medium screen is the having spacing between two bar is 20 mm to 50 mm. And the fine screens are usually perforated bars or the very closed mesh. Usually it is a mesh. So, as per requirement, we can arrange set of three screens in a series, or one of the screening unit is sufficient for the removal of larger size particles. So as per need, we can decide. Okay, understood? This is the types of screen. Types of screen are categorized as per the spacing between two bars. So core screen means which will remove only larger size particles. And the spacing between two bars in a core screen is 75 mm to 150 mm. And spacing between two bars in a medium screening is in between 20 mm to 50 mm. And fine screen is usually perforated bars, or it will be a mesh. Mesh म्हणजे चाळणी type जसं आपण हे असतं. So it will be like this, very close compact bars are there. Okay, so these are the three types of screening. Then this is the figure for the screening. So here figure you can see the wastewater is entering through this chamber. Wastewater is entering through this channel, and excuse me. Okay, so wastewater is entering through this channel, and you can see here this way the screens are, this is a section, so that's why you are understanding how the 45-degree angle is maintained over here. Okay, 45-degree angle will be maintained over, and whatever the screen particles attached over here, that can be removed manually or mechanically into this chamber, and later on it can be sent for the treatment for the solid waste likewise. Okay, and then wastewater free from the screens will be moved forward for the next treatment unit operation. Okay, and this is the plan. So question on this topic will be like this. Define screening and then draw a sketch of the screening. Okay, so likewise. So you are requested to draw this sketch. Oh my God. Requested to draw this sketch. Is my bandwidth is okay? Because today I'm working from home due to health issue. I hope it is good, enough good. So please draw this figure, and then I will make you to write a title that's screening. I will give you a short definition for the screening. Then we'll write 3 types of screening and then draw the figure. So keep space of 5-6 lines above, and then draw this figure, please. Draw this figure. I will take a break of 1 minute and we'll be back. Time being, you can finish the figure. Message dropped by Dhaneshwari. It is done. Whether done by all, shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So screening title you have written. Write down definition. Screening is a device. Screening is device used to remove. Screening is a device used to remove the larger size floating and suspended particles. Larger size floating and suspended particles. Floating and suspended particles from wastewater. From wastewater. Full stop. Next line. There are 3 types of screening. Copy this slide. There are 3 types of screenings. Copy this one. 1, 2, 3, coarse screen, fine screen, medium screen, and its spacing in short. Done. Which diagram you want to see, Sachin? Which you have drawn? I will finish this first slide and then I will show you figure. Okay, I will show. Just finish this one first. Okay, finished. So Sachin, you want to see this figure? Do you want to see this figure, Sachin? Okay. First one is the section, vertical section, and this is the plan. Okay. So here in this figure, two types of screens are arranged in a series. So this is a core screen, okay? And then the collected screens will be dropped into this chamber and where the perforated metal platform is provided. So what will happen because of that? The whatever the water collected along with these particles, okay, while removing, may also get dropped down through this perforated platform. Okay, and the only dry leaves or the dry, usually what are the screens? Dry leaves, plastic bag, then sometimes the clothes, okay, broken pen, like these structures will be observed as a screens. Okay. So this is the first unit operation where we are removing the larger size particles or the floating material from the wastewater to avoid the further blockages, or usually in the pumping also it is provided. Before the pumping also it is provided. Done, Sachin? Okay, thank you. So the next one is the comminutor. What is the function of comminutor? Usually it is converting into small pieces, the screens, whatever screens, larger size particles, as I said, the larger leaves of the plants, papers. So like this material, we are removing and then providing the separate treatment process in a screening method. But in a comminutor, what we are doing, we are crushing it and converting it into small pieces and allowing to flow it along with the water. So how it will help to go for this way? Because this is an organic material and this will become a food for the microorganisms. So along with the decomposition of organic material, they will decompose this material also. And finally, we are getting output from the solid waste as a sludge that will be a manure, which we can apply for the agricultural area. Okay. So that way comminutor is better than the screening because it is involving that shredded material into this wastewater. So we'll read with this slide. Comminutor, sewage grinders, also known as comminutors, okay, are shredding and screening devices widely used in wastewater treatment plants and pumping stations, usually in pumping stations. Comminutors break down wastewater solids in plant headworks and pump stations. The equipment gets heavy use and is a critical part of the wastewater treatment process. Okay, whatever the equipments added in a wastewater treatment series, in that case, because of the larger particles, there will be the breakdown of the pump, breakdown of the such bigger equipments. So to avoid that, we need to either remove from the wastewater or we need to convert them into small pieces. So screening helps to remove the particles, whereas comminutor helps to shred and convert into small pieces. Okay, so one more sentence I told you, comminutor and screening will be provided in a series, not, will be provided in a parallel, not in a series. Okay, so comminutor and why we need to provide into parallel. Sometimes comminutor is a mechanical operation. Okay, so there is a chance to have the breakdown of the comminutor too. In that case, so further treatment unit operations should not get bothered about this. So during that process, a bypass way should be through the screening. That's why if whenever the comminutor provided, screening is provided as a parallel unit operation, substitute unit operation. Okay. So this is the function and this is the diagram of the comminutor. You can see here screens or the larger particles, you can see here shown with the brown color, are coming with the wastewater, and when it is passing through this rotating screen, there are the tooths to this rotating cutting screen, and it is keep on moving continuously, and while moving it will be cut the incoming solid particles and convert it into small pieces. So such a larger pieces further you can see converted into smaller particles. So once it is converting into small particles, it is easy to decompose with the help of microorganisms. And that's why we are converting it into the smaller particles. Okay, understood the function of comminutor? Understood the function of commutator or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So this way we will move ahead further. Yes? Someone spoken? Okay, so now I will move to the next point, flow meter. You can see here a V-channel flow meter can be provided. It is a flume type and it is a weir type. Flow metering is important as discharge quality limits are based on flow ratio to stream flows. Okay, so flow quantity needs to be quantified. Then only we can apply the treatments. So that's why flow meter plays very important function. आणि फ्लो मीटर म्हणजे जसं आपण गॅससाठी वगैरे फ्लो मीटर वापरतो की त्या पाईप मधून ते पास होतं वगैरे. इज इट अफोर्डेबल हिअर? नो, बिकॉज not only because it is a costly, but also because when it is coming into contact with the water and that to wastewater for longer period, immediately it gets rusted, okay, and will not function. So simply this kind of flow meter. So this is calculating on the basis of area, okay. Channel is converted and on the basis of area we can calculate. So these thumb rules will be applied over this meter and we can simply judge what is the flow meter. So roughly understanding of flow rate, we will know through this kind of structure, and this kind of structure can be constructed into a concrete structure. So no need to provide the additional mechanical equipment to measure the flow rate of wastewater. So simply this way arrangements can be done, and through this we can measure the quantity of wastewater. Okay, simple phenomena. Understood? Shall we move ahead, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. So the next unit operation is the grit chamber. What is the function of grit chamber? Grit chambers are long, narrow tanks that are designed to slow down the flow so that solids such as sand, coffee grounds, eggshells, pebbles will settle out of the water. Grit causes excessive wear and tear on pumps, other plant equipments. So the grits are usually inorganic materials, okay, eggshells, coffee grounds, sand particles, crushed stones, pebbles, okay, metal. We have disconnected for some time, no? Is it? We got disconnected for some time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was talking about the grit chamber. Grit chamber are long, narrow tanks, okay, that are designed to slow down the flow so that solids such as sand, coffee grounds, and eggshells will settle out of the water. And grit causes excessive wear and tear on pumps and other plant equipments. So because of the inorganic particles like the grits, like the eggshells, coffee grounds, sand, broken stones, then pebbles, metal pieces, these are the grits. So if these are not removed before the entry of wastewater into the biological unit operation or the chemical unit operation, it will consume unnecessary space, as well as it will affect on the pumping stations or the pumps. So that's why it has to be removed. Okay. So that chamber is known as the grit chamber. So different kind of designs are available for the grit chamber also. You can just look out this figure. So this is a channel. You can see here brown color is a channel through which water is moving, okay, in a forward direction. When water is moving in a forward direction slowly, at that time what happens? So here's are some screw-like conveyors are there. Screw conveyors are there. So you can try to look it into by zooming it out in your mobile or the device. So screw conveners are provided here. So it will be keep on rotating continuously. So screw conveners, while moving in an upward direction, it will take the grids in an upward direction. And then finally it will drop it into this chamber. Okay. So very छोटे छोटे दगड गोटे काचा तुटलेल्या मेटलचे पार्टिकल तुटलेले गारगोट्या, that will be a grids. Okay, you can watch here. And where from it gets entered, if it is separate sewerage system, through openings like the what we call it, inlets. Through the inlets it will be get entered into the sewage. And if there is a combined sewerage system, means storm water and sewage system, combined sewerage system is there, in that case during surface runoff water these particles entered much amount into the wastewater. Okay, so are you able to see this? Are you understanding this function?
Yes, ma'am.
So when it is, I will try to search something else. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Just a minute, I'm trying to search animation. Okay, I got it, but I don't know whether how much it is good one. We'll just have a look. Okay, stop sharing and I will share another screen. I don't know, I have not watched it away. Animation is shown. Maybe voice is not to you guys. Voice is not there to this clip. Are you able to see this video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Just have a look. Such a many videos are there. You can also watch yourself. You can see here, this is a grid chamber. So this is a screw conveyor. It is collecting and dropping it over here. Is this stopped? Okay, like this grids, exactly similar like these grids are getting removed in a wastewater treatment plant. You can see here. Let us try to understand what they are showing. Function they are showing. How the grids are entering into the wastewater, conveyance of raw water. Oh yeah, collected grids they are washing, and then for some other utilization that can be called. Just see this part. This part you can see just how this is are collected, and this screw conveyor will drop it over here. Okay. So other much part, extraordinary part is shown over here that we are not related directly for this. See here. along with water. These grids will be collected up to the top, and from top it will be dropped down into this chamber. Okay, this screw conveyor, how it is moving. Slowly it is moving, and while moving upward, it will take up the particles. This is one kind of grid chamber. And another type of grid chamber I have shown in the first chapter while showing the figure of pumping station. Okay, there are the buckets, and that chain will keep on moving in this way direction. So at that time, each bucket will collect the grids from the bottom, and each bucket is having the perforated openings. Okay, and the cleaning of grit is shown over here. It is washing, and then it can be reutilized as a filler for somewhere. This is a continuous process, dropping of the grits here. Before cleaning, it looks like a brown, blackish color, septic in nature. But after proper cleaning, that can be converted into fine sand also, and that can be used. Okay. So this is the function they want to show us. Actually, exact design what I want to show, I'm not getting that. This kind of channel can also be prepared. So it is bigger one, we will not go for. So I hope you understood, and I will provide some links through which you can understand, because during the physical classes, I used to take the visit to the wastewater treatment plant to make you understand better. But as if we are not in a physical, we are not meeting physically, that's why I'm trying to show you in a different way. Okay. We'll come back to the point. So this is a grid chamber. Then horizontal floor grid chamber can also be designed. So it was a mechanical one. Simple horizontal chamber can also be designed. You can see wastewater is allowed. This is a section and this is a plan. Okay. So wastewater is allowed to enter into this chamber. And while entering, a hopper bottom is provided. Okay. So because of hopper bottom, the solid particles will comes down first. And again, slope is provided towards the outlet direction. So because the particles of weight is more, they will not be raised up to this slope, this height, and automatically it will be settled down into this portion. So once it is settled down into this portion, it can be removed from the bottom side, and the water free from the grids will be moved forward into the another treatment processes. Okay. So this is a plan, and this is a section you can have a watch. And I request to draw this plan diagram for the horizontal flow type grid chamber. Only this section, only this section you are requested to draw under the grid chamber. I hope you have written the heading grid chamber and write down this figure. Yes, someone dropped a message. Communitors are write up raहिले. Okay. Actually, important points I am making you to write. I'm not giving all the points in detail. Okay, but still communiter point should come. That is, I will cover up. So draw this figure first. Completed figure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So someone said that community write-up is not given. So before that, write down this write-up for the grid chamber. Please write down grid chamber. Guys, I will note down attendance. Timing will finish this.